Weihrauch HW 110T review by AirGhandi.
Bay State Red Wolf Heritage Huben K1 at the shooting range. Steyr Pro X. Servus, thanks for dropping in. Yeah. Yeah.
Servus, thanks for dropping in and welcome to today's review. Today is all about this treasure right here in front of me. It is the Weihrauch HW 110T. The T is for thumb hole, meaning we have a thumb hole stock here. As you already expected, I will show you a bunch of different tests today. We will have a Crony test, a trigger weight test, and of course a shooting test. I will talk about the special features of the 110T. A lot of people don't know the difference to a HW100, so there will be another separate video about that one, but I'll show the most important features where they are different from another today. I'll show a lot of close-ups, and what is super important to me, go to airghandi.de/en and subscribe to my blog and you will get even more photos and information. There's also a rating system. If you go to air guns in the navigation, air guns, then reviews, air guns, and then air pistols or air rifles, you will find all my reviews including the ratings, so you can go on and say, hey, I need an air rifle up to 500 euros with minimum 8 stars precision, and you can filter exactly that, so you will see only weapons I tested which are meeting your criteria. So much for that. Now let's head straight to today's setup. Weihrauch HW 110T, of course with 7.5 Joule and a Sportsmatch ATP 72 mount, which is height adjustable. In case you asked yourself how you can mount a scope, just search for mounting on my blog and you will find an article and video showing you how to zero in your gun and scope. Since we are talking about scopes, this is an Hawk Air Max Compact 3-12x40 glass. The scope, mount, the silencers you can see here, which we will attach later, are all listed at jabolo.de/en. The rifle is ordered but not available yet. No final delivery date right now. But you will find a whole lot of other great Weihrauch rifles available, plus tuning kits and so on. There's more and more being added. We are working hard on guidance tools, from a PCP guide to a scope guide and so on. There'll probably be something new until you see this video. That was the organizational part, a little commercial for my shop, I hope that's okay. Now let's focus on the gun. In the front you can see the muzzle brake, which is sitting on a 1/2-inch thread. You don't have to leave it that way, but you can mount a silencer, and then it could look like this. This is the Donny FL Koi. It looks really nice and slim and it stretches the gun a bit. Another alternative is this one. This is the Donny FL Sumo. By the way, shortly we became the official Donny FL distributor for Germany. Everybody who hasn't been on jabolo.de/en for a while will notice that we added quite a few more Donny silencers and adapters. Here's the thickest Sumo, which also looks really cool. And for everybody who wants it really badass, this version. This is a real monster. It's the Fat Boy with additional Compensator. There's also a shroud available, which makes it even longer to silence even the loudest weapons. Or I'll just show you how it looks without silencer, compensator or muzzle brake. There's the 1/2-inch UNF thread. Here's to mention on Weihrauch guns it's a 20mm thread, so if you have another silencer or compensator, keep that in mind, because they are often made for 10mm threads and then bump against it, just as a heads up. You see here a regular HW 110T with 410mm barrel. There's also a carbine version with a shorter cartridge and a 10 centimeter shorter barrel, so it's 310 millimeters. But now I build the gun back first. I just mentioned the cartridge. It is a steel cartridge, which is a little heavier, so the gun's overall weight is 3.3 kilogram. The cartridge has a quick fill adapter. At jabolo.de/en you'll find a PCP guide, so if you don't know which pump to use or if you need an adapter, how can I connect it to my compressor or bottle, you will find some pictures there showing you which adapter you need, for example if you buy the 110T. The quick fill adapter is saved from dirt by this little pin. It's just clipped in. And here you can adapt the 1/8 quick fill adapter that comes with the gun. Now for one of the highlights and the reason I ordered this version, because you can also get the HW110 with a synthetic stock without a thumb hole, but I really love this wood. The HW45 Blackstar uses the same wood. There was a Weihrauch HW30S special edition in England using this one, and there was a Weihrauch HW35 also in England exclusively that used this one. And I think it is so beautiful, and I would be happy if we could have some more special editions from Weihrauch in Germany. It's 100% my style. Back here on the stock you can see the opening, which is used in the new stocks since 2020, which gives it a more modern look. Yeah, I love it. Here you can see the both-sided safety. It is a manual safety. You have to activate or deactivate it. If it is deactivated, you can shoot this 10-shot drum magazine empty. To remove the magazine, you pull the repeating lever back and push this little safety lever up, and you can remove it sideways. You see the 10-shot drum magazine, it's the same as in the Weihrauch HW44, with a rubber band securing the pellets from falling out. So yeah, if you put them in, they will always stay there, which is super comfortable. It's not a magazine like you know from other manufacturers, which needs pre-cocking of a spring or something. The cool thing is you just move it to the next pellet by pushing the repeating lever back. And like this, you don't use air or need a cocked spring to get the next pellet into the barrel. The pellet is pushed into the barrel when you bring the repeating lever back into its starting position. Okay, down here we have the trigger. It is a two-step match trigger, which is amazing. You will see it in the shooting test. You know how important the trigger is for the precision, so you don't blow your shots. Yeah, it's an amazing trigger, and we will test the trigger weight soon. Another note here, for Weihrauch spring piston guns with the match trigger record, we have tuning triggers with brass and aluminum trigger blades, so you can pimp your Weihrauch guns and get even more out of it. Another thing to mention is the Picatinny rail. Just remember in which slot you mounted your scope or red dot for fast switching without having to zero it in again every time. So much for the theory. I just talked about the trigger, so let's check how it is set up straight from the factory. Let's go for the trigger weight test. I'm using my Lyman trigger weight tester. Just getting my safety glasses. There's no Diabolo in it, but better safe than sorry. I don't want to risk anything. My eyes are really important to me. Okay, I switched to kilogram and gram. While talking to you before, I already repeated it. Now, let's test it. Yeah. Now look at that, 165 gram. Absolutely amazing. I told you before, you will see in the shooting test what you can do with a trigger like that. Now for the next step, we are taking a Crony test and then the shooting test. Have fun! And here we are at the Crony test with the Weihrauch HW 110T. I'm just resetting the app. I'm loading Pyongyang 8.48 grain, 0.55 gram. That's one type I'll use in the shooting test. I will also shoot AirGhandi's finest. These both came out as the best for the Weihrauch HW 110T when testing them. Now let's take 10 shots. That should be the last. And this one should be empty. Yep. Now let's take a closer look. Shots taken 10 from 164 to 171 meters, average speed 169 meters, spread of 7 meters per second, standard deviation of 2.3 meters per second. Well, that is a solid result. The gun is ready to show its precision. Let's head to the shooting test. Have fun, guys. Okay, let's go. There's a target in the box. As mentioned in the Crony test, I am loading Pyongyang's first, 0.55 gram, 4.50 millimeters. And you can buy them at jabolo.de/en. They work best together with the finest. Now don't wonder, I'm shooting not into the center, it is about the size of the spread. I don't want to shoot up my aiming spot, so I will hit on the left first. And with the finest, I'll go for the right afterwards. Let's go. The trigger weight has showed you that the trigger is super smooth. 170 gram, an amazing result. I'm using the Caldwell Cutco bags. Of course, you can get these in my shop. We just added them a short while ago. It's been at my site for years now. It would be a bit easier with a scope with higher zoom. But at 12 times for 12 yards is really good. And you see that the gun is precise. And another one maybe? One max. Yeah. These were the first 10 shots. And it's a dream come true shooting it. You see that repeating is super fluent. Now I'm loading finest. Let's see what I can do with those. The butt plate is made of rubber and It attaches perfectly to my shoulder. Didn't mention that before. I'm shooting on these bags, but you could also use a bipod mounted on the Picatinny rail coming with the gun. I'll show you in the result what it looks like and where to attach it. But now, concentration, and let's start the second round. Flinched a bit. But I don't want to start over. The repeating levers easy to reach. Doesn't need any power, and you can see how precise the weapon is. Oh, something came back. That was the box. Oh, now it looks better again. That's it. Well, let me get the target so we can take a closer look, and then we go for the result. This is the result, and I'm sure I didn't promise too much, right? This gun is really cool. Like I said, this stock hits my taste 100%, which makes it a winner in my eyes already. It is super compact with great handling. It is absolutely precise with great consistency. You can attach a silencer, there's a quick fill connection, and what I forgot to mention before, if you look here, you can see two drilled holes where you can attach the Picatinny rail that comes with the rifle. You can attach a hand grip, for example, to hold the gun like this, or you can attach a bipod. Be careful if you're using my favorite bipod, the Accutech WB4. It has a longer Picatinny rail adapter, and I politely ask Weihrauch, please make the rail one segment longer so you can attach this bipod without additional adapter. And yeah, that's the only minor criticism I have for this gun. Otherwise, I'm simply blown away by this gun like I see it here before me. I can recommend it to every hobby shooter, slimmer shooters, because it is compact and lightweight. If your attic or basement is a little tighter, a 1m30 rifle won't do you any good in terms of handling. So a compact rifle like this would be perfect and is the better alternative. Well, I had fun again. I hope you also enjoyed the video. If you have questions, just put them in the comments. I would be happy if you tune in again next week. Please visit Jabolo, check all our guides and tools we built, and let me know if you have ideas for improvements. Check our growing Weihrauch lineup, and if shopping time comes again, just check if we have exactly what you need. That's all from me today. Thanks again for watching, and hopefully you'll be back again next week. Ciao, servus, says AirGhandi.